I know. I'm doing the 7 days of Bruce Willis. And here I am. This is the 8th day in a row. And here's another Bruce Willis review. One could say that that is a bit of a... Yeah, no, that was bad. But Cop Out is a 2010 buddy action comedy directed by Kevin Smith, written by Rob and Mark Cullen, and it stars Bruce Willis, Tracy Morgan, Adam Brody, and Kevin Pollak. And here we are. This is the movie where I think Bruce Willis went from being in generally solid, big budgety kind of movies, working with actors and directors that were any good, to moving towards shitty Bruce Willis territory. You look at his career before this movie and you look at it after this movie. I don't know any of this for sure, by the way. I did no real research in it. Yes, I'm a Kevin Smith fan, so I have watched interviews of his talking about making Cop Out, because apparently Bruce Willis was a big douchebag and hard to work with. Jeez, I'm shocked considering the movies he's making now. Wow, hard to work with? Yeah, he's making just jack shit crap now. But I'm a big fan of his. His movies are a big part of my '90s. You know, sure they might have dated a bit and all that, but I've still got a really soft spot for them. Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, all that kind of stuff. I love that stuff when it was coming out. I don't know if it holds up, and I don't think it really matters at this point because they've all just made this indelible mark upon me at a young age. So I've also noticed a lot of people happy to work with Kev, not just his usual stalwarts, but big name actors and shit too. So it's just a shame, man. This guy got what he wanted. He wanted to make a movie with one of his heroes, and it turned out to be a fucking horror show. Now let's talk about the fucking movie itself, because Cop Out. All right, let's get this out of the way. Movies lose points when the music's awful, and the music is fucking awful. The music is done by Harold Faltermeyer, and I did a Google of him because I'm like, this sounds like some kind of 80s soundtrack. I Googled him. He did the Beverly Hills Cop films and a whole bunch of other movies. So, yeah, it's in that kind of vein, but in a 2020 movie, it feels out of place and stupid. So, I really hated the music. It really took me out of a lot of scenes. Okay? Right. Now, the story's alright. You've got these two buddy cops played by Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis, and you can tell a difference between the two actors straight away. Just from the first scene through the rest of the movie. Tracy Morgan is a fucking pro. He's funny. It looks like some of his scenes are improv. I wouldn't be surprised if that turned out to be true. And he brings this. If you like Tracy Morgan, you will like him in this movie because he's just a funny bloke and I like him. Yeah. So there's nothing more to say to it than that. Bruce Willis, on the other hand, doesn't seem to really go for it the same way Tracy does. In fact, he's boring. And it just feels like his heart's not in it. Just look at him the whole time. It looks like his heart is not in this. And it shows, like, he's given a massive chunk of this story. All right, so they play kind of partners that have been together for like 9 years. Tracy Morgan's worried that his wife's cheating on him all the time. He's always bringing it up. That's kind of an annoying trait for him. But other than that, I really liked his character. Meanwhile, Bruce Willis has to pay for his daughter's expensive wedding, and they got suspended because they fucked up a job, and now he's got this baseball card that he wants to sell. Oh, but it got stolen. Oh, but it's going to key into the investigation that they fucking botched at the start, and all this kind of stuff ensues. It's pretty pedestrian, run of the mill kind of buddy cop movie. It's not one of the great ones. I was never bored. Even though I think some of that not bored factor was just me watching Bruce Willis and just shaking my head, and then just every chance he got. Not Bruce Willis, Tracy Morgan made me laugh. Not only that, there's some cameos by Sean William Scott, and there's him. You know what? Watching this movie made me wish that Bruce Willis's role was played by Sean William Scott. You might have to rearrange a few things because Bruce Willis's character has a daughter and all that kind of stuff, who's getting married. But I don't care because the chemistry between Sean William Scott and not Bruce Willis. I got Bruce Willis on my brain, but between Tracy Morgan and Sean William Scott was fucking amazing. I would have watched 2 hours of that rather than 2 hours of this. Because I know some of the backstory going into this. I'm watching it going, all right, is there a good movie under here? It's very Kevin Smithian in terms of some of the dialogue and some of the tropes. And that's fine. But there's just so many better buddy cop movies that you can watch out there. I don't know, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Good Guys, just to name two. And what about that other one? The Other Guys. I remember that being better than this, and that came out around the same time. So, yeah, could this movie have been better? It might have been if you had a lead actor who gave a shit, but he doesn't, and it shows. I'm sure there are a bajillion actors out there that have taken roles and they're like, this part kind of sucks stank butter. And then they play the role professionally and really good. So, you're paid to do a job. You do the job to the best of your ability. Otherwise, why are you in that high position? You fucking suck, Bruce Willis. Yeah. And seeing you in these shitty action movies where people expect you to be a big part of the action and do all sorts of cool shit is a fucking cop-out. Man, I don't know how this movie would have turned out if Mr. Smith didn't have the fucking problems that he did on set with Bruce Willis. Maybe it would have been something a lot more solid, a bit more funny. But the plot itself is kind of not that special. And there's some laughs. Yeah, but by the end of it, you're just like, okay, on with my day. 4. It's kind of forgettable. The awful music doesn't help. And that's not even a Bruce Willis issue, unless Bruce Willis took him aside and go, music sucks. I have to imagine making a buddy cop movie, you might want your 80s influence because that's where those kind of movies came from or something, but I think it fails. And it's not good. Now, I know he had some big movies after this, Bruce Willis. I know some 2 Expendables movies, Looper, Red 2, Motherless Brooklyn. I know there's some good ones out there made from 2010 to today. But they're few and far between. You have countless movies in that bracket where it's just shit and he does 10 minutes. Feels good to have this all over and done with now. I can move on with my life. I've got one more Bruce Willis after this. I'm sorry. Just one more and it's done, I promise. Then we'll do a whole string of movies where he wasn't even in the running to play one of the parts. Something so far removed from Bruce Willis, I promise. That's next. Can I do it again? I'm not going to make his piss on TV. Oh, well, fuck it. And fuck Bruce Willis. Those of you who went on this journey with me, thank you. Those of you who are seeing it later on, thank you as well. I don't care how you see these videos as long as you see them. Give me a like, dislike, share, and subscribe. All that shit. Uh,